As you will remember, Scott finally married the very expensive woman, and they had a new life in a pleasant and roomy townhouse on the Upper West Side of New York City. The house was red brick with many rooms. There was an elegant kitchen in the basement. There was a dumbwaiter that was used to send food up and down to the 4 floors. Life was as good as it could possibly be.
You're gonna get in a lot of trouble if you do that.
You better mind your business. I'm going to ride up and down in the dumbwaiter.
Mr. Scott, you got to do something about this ferret. She done threw up all in the dumbwaiter. Some folks got more sense than let a weasel run their household.
Yes, perfect happiness is so rare, so easily shattered. The ferret's glorious life was about to change forever. Scott and his wife were going to the hospital. This was not unusual, but someone there was foolish enough to give them a real baby, and they brought it home. The ferret desperately hoped that they would return it, but they did not.
Hush, hush. That's a good little boy.
The ferret nursed her wounded pride. It wasn't fair that everyone paid attention to the baby and not to her. She hopped up on the windowsill to see him coming down the street. She hurried to meet him, but as soon as he came through the door, she realized that something was terribly wrong. Scott did not pet the ferret, or even seem to see her. He passed through the room and sat down heavily on the big chair.
What is it, dearest? What's wrong? Why, you're burning up. 104? Why, you're very sick. I must call the doctor. Hello, Dr. Blakeman? Yes, you must come over to the house. Scott is very sick.
Well, Mrs. Scott, I'm afraid it's quite serious. He will be quite ill for at least a week.
Oh, dear.
Give him these pills. Lots of water, plenty of rest. The fever will go down gradually.
But the bank. Scott has to work at the bank.
The bank will have to wait. Scott is too sick. Good afternoon now. Remember, lots of water, plenty of rest, and no going to the bank.
Yes, doctor. Thank you so much for coming by.
The fever made Scott very sleepy. He tossed in feverish dreams. The ferret tried to wake him up, but he didn't notice her at all. Finally, the phone began to ring.
Hello, hello. I say, anyone there?
Scott's residence. May I help you?
Yes, Dudley here of the bank speaking. May I talk to Scott?
Scott can't come to the phone. This is Scott's Ferret. May I help you?
Scott's Ferret? Sco's Ferret? Goes Ferret? Ah, Mr. Goes Ferret.
Yes.
Where's Scott?
Scott is indisposed. May I help you?
Look, old boy, you must be his personal assistant. Would that be right?
Oh, yes.
Splendid. Be a good fellow and come on into the banquet today. Scott's job is very important and we must have a substitute. What do you say?
Well...
Come along now. We'll pay you up double. What do you say?
All right.
Rightio then. We'll expect you. Mr. Ghostfrit, on behalf of Quigley Mega Banking Corporation, thank you very much.
You won't regret this.
I'm ringing off. I look forward to meeting you.
Goodbye.
The ferret was overjoyed. Being a house pet had its advantages, but being a banker was much better. The only problem was what to wear.
There's a whole new world out there. I feel excitement in the air. I feel the power and the joy of my new financial toy. Everyone in town is gonna stare. I'll garner millions with my pranks. Yes, I'll be chairman of the ranks. And at the risk of sounding brash, I'm a genius with the cash. Let's be frank. Crinkly and it's green. There's millions stacked up just inside if you will dare to dream. Hats and furs and jewelry all jumbled in a pile. Diamond-studded hubcaps just to give the car some style. You just open up that safe and tell the chauffeur, don't be late. Warm up the Mercedes if we should want to ride. Everyone we know will climb inside. I want a silver toothbrush too, a diamond collar stitched in blue. I have the sheer weight and gold that was stashed in the hole when Titanic sank. When I go to the
No valley too low.
So much for affirmative action.
He's very small.
Now, at Quigley's Bank and Trust, we do not judge an employee by his size, but rather by the size of his performance. I'm sure Mr. Ghostfrit will give us his best work all day long.
Buy? You did? We'll buy some more. It didn't. Then sell, damn it. Get out, man, and save yourself. You don't know what to do with your certificates? Are they blue or pink? Pink, is it? Those are the very best kind for making a nest. Just shred them up, then curl up on the pile. You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Urgent message. You are summoned to a meeting at the Palace of Miranda, Dark Queen of the Ferrets, tonight, beneath the statue of the Panther in Central Park. Like jury duty, this meeting is mandatory and there will be no excuses. Dreamstompers have taken all of our dreams and we must act. Please bring the customary offering of a dead mouse.
What are you?
I'm Scott's Ferret.
Well, excuse me. May I ask, what is such a small, little, insignificant, tiny animal doing in this park at night?
I'm on a secret mission.
Oh, yeah? And I'm your fairy godmother. This is my park.
Then how come you're tied to that post?
My master tied me up here and went to have a couple of drinks with a lady. But my feet are tied and I want to go back to the stable.
I can get you out of that.
What?
Your harness.
Knock yourself out? This ain't bad. I've never been out of my harness alone at night. I think I'd better go home.
No. We have to go to the park.
Into the park? Is you crazy? It's dark in there. There could be animals in there.
We are animals. We gotta go. The Dreamstompers have taken all the dreams. Unless we get them back, we may as well all give up.
Dreams? I had a dream once.
What was your dream?
I was gonna be a high jumper. Jump them big fences around Middleburg, get ribbons.
So what happened?
One day they came for me in the field and they put me in this harness. Then they made me pull the carriage. Next thing you know, I'm doing 5 to 10 as an incarcerated equine.
But you still have your dream.
Dreams? For other folks, not me. My dreams are gone.
Please, please take me into the park. I'll get your dream back, and everyone else's too.
You are crazy.
Please.
Let's go, but I ain't staying in there.
Okay, okay.
I never had a car to ride in. Never had a telephone in my name. Never had a lot of things, but I always had a heart of gold. Never had $1 million. Never had a home to call my own. Never had a lot of money, but I always had a heart.
End of ride, and please keep your scrubby little paws off the moving equipment.
I'm going to do something which has been a tradition in our family for centuries.
And what's that?
Be brave in the face of adversity. Go forward into the unknown.
Oh, yeah? I'm gonna do something which has been a tradition in my family for centuries.
What's that?
Are you in? Run!
Oh, hey, wait! Don't leave me! Don't leave me!
Who goes there in the name of the Queen?
Scott's Ferret.
Who?
Scott's Ferret.
State your mission, name, rank, serial number, social security number, cell phone number, number of children, number of the beast, numbers from 1 to 3,000, and repeat the ferret oath.
I've an order from the Queen.
Bull feathers! The Queen can't write. So what's the number?
Today's pick 5.
The ferret oath, then, and be quick about it.
I pledge fealty and allegiance and my strong right paw to the Queen by the tenets of Sir William the Stoat in the writ of 1642, and whatever. I can't remember the rest of it.
He can't remember it either. Well, did you bring the mouse at least?
I have no mouse.
No mouse? You have no mouse?
I've got 1 cigar and 2 mints.
Things are going to hell completely. Let me see that parchment. This seems to be authentic. It bears the royal seal. It's against my innate sense of unfairness, but I must let you pass.
Oh, thank you, your obnoxiousness. Oh, by the way.
What?
The combined number is 3,467.666.
And the square root?
501.1212, of course.
That! She got it right!
hear the true ruler who summoned me. Repeat the ferret oath.
I believe in decent European beer, the flag, and plastic surgery.
My queen!
Oh, no time for grumbling. Our dreams have been stolen and we must get them back. Otherwise, we'll all lead meaningless lives. Just feasting, drinking, dancing.
Yes, your viciousness. What is it, my sovereign stoat?
Oh, please, enough kissing up. You must outfit this ferret. She is the chosen one. You must outfit her to get back our dreams.
A costume? I love costumes. Something subdued, but yet with presence. Taupe with a touch of gold. Subtle earth tones accented with puce.
Puce? Oh, puce is all wrong. It should be...
I'll handle this.
Oh, sure, the ferret fashion queen.
Broadway baby wannabe.
Failed Southampton decorator.
And Nancy boy.
Your mama.
Shut up! There's little time, dear. The Dreamstompers have taken everything and we must act. You, cut. You, stitch. Step on it.
Anointed one? Basted is more like it. I look like a fool.
Oh, lovely, dear, lovely.
But why must I go alone?
You alone can save our dreams. It has been ordained.
So it is written, so let it be done.
But...
No buts, my dear. Duty calls.
But the rest of you are sitting around feasting. Duty calls, but if I need to, I can call for backup. You guys are organized, right?
Of course.
We have uniforms.
Yeah, and we have weapons too.
Great.
Max, give her the amulet.
Yes, my queen.
This isn't an amulet. It's a cell phone.
I told you it wasn't an amulet.
This amulet has magic powers.
It's not even analog. It's only digital.
Go quickly. Max, give her the sack.
A sack? What am I going to do with a sack?
Only this magic sack can contain the dreams. Dreams are fragile and must be handled with care. You must fill it up with all the dreams, take them to the surface, and set them free to their rightful owners.
Are you people crazy?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye.
Come back with your sack or in it.
Aren't you very large for a rat?
This is New York, lassie.
But...
Every cavern walls have ears. Them Dreamstompers, they be everywhere.
But how...
They're everywhere down here. They hear everything. And who be ye, little lass?
Scott's ferret, sir, if you please.
Ferret? Haven't been ferrets in these parts for a good long time. Since before the Great War. Aye, them were hard times, and the ferrets, they fought bravely until we began to know it was lost. And they retreated, all of them. back as far as the boathouse. The horses, they panicked and ran out of the park.
I'm familiar with that.
Aye, the carnage. So many fell there at the mouth of the tunnel. And then... ye be taking a rare chance, lassie, to be doing these caverns by night. Them Dreamstompers, they've dominion down here now. Big they are. And ugly. Crush the likes of you in one stomp. Oh yes, and take your dreams too.
Please, please, sir. I must get to the cavern of the Dreamstompers before it's too late. I've a message from Miranda, Dark Queen of the Ferrets.
Dark, is it? Next they'll be wanting the vote.
Repeat the ferret oath.
I swear fealty and allegiance by the covenants of Sir William the Stout in 1642.
I shall now impress you into the Queen's army. Arise, Sir Rat. I knight thee exchequer of the realm, full sergeant at arms.
I have waited long for this honor.
Come on! Why are you sitting down?
I'm very old.
You ain't too old to keep up with the tour.
Oh. Get in, lassie. We've a fair pull to the other side. And see you keep your paws close to the boat. These be dangerous waters.
May I help you?
I'd like to apply for a job.
Given up, have we?
Why, yes. Now that you mention.
Fed up with trying?
Yes.
We don't have any dreams left, do we? Not in that sack.
Oh, no.
Something 9 to 5 would do?
Of course.
Something average?
Yes.
I have just the thing. Sector G. No one ever leaves Sector G.
What will I do there?
Do? Why, fill out forms, of course. Or you could manufacture widgets.
What good are they?
Why, they're things. Therefore, they have value.
Oh, but there's other values. I can write poems, and I can sing, la. I can dig, jump, scurry, hide. My paws are loving and strong. Couldn't I do something else?
No. Sector G is just what you need. There you are. Citizen number A546665578-3. Next!
But why is it so important to take away my dreams?
Why,
they just get in the way. People who have no time to dream are easy to control. They lose their ambition and are content for others to define their limitations. And this serves us well. People who are busy obeying all the little rules and regulations don't give us any trouble.
Ever had. And like they said it would, the blues sure got me good. That's why I got the blues so bad.
Thank you for calling the Queen's Palace. Your call is important to us. For gourmet dining, press 1. For fast food dining, press 2. For mass orgies, press 3. You must be over 18 and possess a valid credit card to dial this number. For luncheon with the Queen, remember, the Queen is permanently out to lunch. For all other calls, please hold interminably, and someone will get back to you.
Remember that time in the park when we took that old lady's purse? Look at them. That's right. That was the bomb. What's that? You hear something? No, I didn't hear nothing. Come on. You gonna play? You gonna play? Your move. Hey! Hey, you gotta wake up! Oh, man!
Scott's ferret heard him crashing from side to side on his huge feet down the stone hallway. Just for a moment, the coast was clear. She hurried into the anteroom and beheld a pitiful sight. All about the room, the lost dreams were scattered. Despondent, some barely even moved their wings. It was as though they were all dying. Frantically, the ferret ran from one to another. Oh, the dreams she found lying on the floor, their hearts barely beating. Here was a college education. Here a career in professional sports. A woman's dream of children and a happy family lay breathing its last. A middle-aged woman's dream of a career lay pulsing feebly, its light almost going out. An architect's bridge, a writer's book, a minister's church, all were fading and dying. Their wings were fettered by great chains of bureaucracy, rules and regulations and codicils and taxes upon taxes upon taxes, bound them to the floor tighter than any fetters made of iron. She spoke to herself sternly. She must act. She must not be foolish now. The time was short. Scott's ferret ran to dream after dream, grasping them in her strong paws. One by one, she placed them in the embroidered sack. Sewn with magic thread, the sack would protect the dreams and keep them safe until she could get out of this horrible place.
This amulet has magic powers.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
I've got to.
Going somewhere? Need a ride?
What? What? Baron! You came back for me!
You better get up off of that pavement.
Too late! It's all over.
Let's don't lay there feeling sorry for ourselves.
If I don't, who else will? Baron, you saved me. They're coming!
What's in the sack? Is it oats?
Something that'll keep you alive much longer.
My dream. You got my dream in there.
Yes, your dream, and look out!
Heads up.
Quietly with us.
You ain't putting me back in that honest.
The stairs! Go up the stairs!
You're going to fall.
We don't do stairs.
Bust it! Move it! We gotta get out of here!
No, I can't. I can't climb those stairs.
You're gonna fall, you old nag, and...
The wall, then, up the wall.
Only a jumping horse can take the wall.
You are a jumping horse. You dreamed once, do it now.
But I'm old.
You can do it. You can jump the wall.
I wouldn't bet my lungs on it.
You're too old. I'm gonna get you, you and your little dog.
Ferret, I'm a ferret.
Whatever.
Baron, it's your dream.
Ain't that fine? Fasten your seatbelts. We're going through.
You're too big. He's too little.
No green card.
No blue card.
No monosodium
They don't
glutamate.
have the right paperwork. No triplicate license. She's only a... He's
only a whore.
There's no way.
Nor my humans. You destroyers of dreams are accursed. Go then, I condemn thee to the vile recesses. Now you will go where the gargoyles lie, frozen in stone forever. You will watch exercise equipment infomercials all day long. You will have to live by all the miserable rules you created for others. Your brains will turn to oatmeal, and your feet will grow even larger.
With a monstrous groan, the terrace floor opened wide to reveal a river of fire. The angel had opened the gates to the dark realms. The ghastly light of the television, which was never ever turned off, bathed them. Into the pit with them tumbled all the rules, regulations, encumbrances, and unnecessary codicils ever invented, until once again there were only 10 good rules by which to live. With screams of terror they tumbled into the abyss. Sulfur and smoke poured out. The ground closed over them, and they were sealed away forever, where they could never harm anyone again. A vast wind blew through the park and sucked the gargoyles back to their perches. They tumbled tail over wing until they were once again stuck to their stone niches. Their eyes closed. The evil that had given them transient life was snuffed out. Without the energy of evil, they could exert no force and were once again made of stone.
Goodbye. Goodbye, beautiful dreams. Return to your rightful owners.
Remember, I got the publication rights. This has been some night.
Well, it was nice to meet you. Have your people call my people.
We'll do lunch. I guess we'll be famous now.
You were great.
Ain't bad yourself, Ma.
Goodbye. I'm going home.
See you on the cover of Time magazine.
Yup.
How did you find your way back home?
I set my course by the love I have for all of you. Love is like a star. You can navigate by it through the darkest night, and it will guide you home.
How'd you know that?
That's the ferret oath.